I'm carnivore. I'm vegan.
I'm paleo.
I'm pescatarian.
What else are you?
I'm fruitarian. I'm locotarian. Man, I'll tell you what. These days, identifying with your diet has become so tribalistic.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
I totally agree.
I mean, I don't know if you know, but I was vegan for 5 years. Now I'm vegetarian. And my whole entire life I was on the omnivorous diet where I ate whatever I wanted. But today,
That's what they say.
yeah, you are what you eat. But today, especially online, it's like people are so cultish when it comes to their diet and they identify with it. And today is day 19
Yeah.
of our 75 Walk the Talk Challenge. My name is Mike.
Hey, I'm Deb.
This is the beautiful Deb. We're coming to you live from the fabulous city of Henderson, Nevada, at our favorite park, the Cornerstone Park right here.
It's a little windy today.
It is a little bit windy, but it feels so good. It's a projected high temperature today of about 110 degrees. So we're getting our steps in early. If you don't know about our 75 Walk the Talk Challenge, it's a challenge to go every day for 75 days and get 2 workouts for 45 minutes. One of them has to be outside. That's what we're doing now. Drink half your body weight in ounces of water. Follow a whole food, healthy diet, no alcohol, like no processed food, no junk food, you know the drill. And then also take a progress photo of yourself to track your progress and read 10 pages of a nonfiction book. So today we're going to talk to you about identifying your diet with your personality and all that sort of thing. Now, the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I mentioned a couple of seconds ago, and some of you might know, when I started my health journey about 5 years ago or so, I went vegan, like overnight, literally just decided that I was going to go vegan, cut out all animal products. And honestly, the beginning of that was all about health. I didn't go vegan for ethical reasons for animals and all that. Admittedly, I didn't. But obviously, the more I learned how unethically animals are treated. So
Yeah, you learned a lot.
I learned a lot.
And when you first went vegan as well, you weren't eating really necessarily healthy.
Right. When I first went vegan, I was a junk food vegan. I ate a lot of the processed meats, the fake meats. I ate candy. I drank beer. Okay. But I was vegan.
Yeah.
So that lasted for about a year, and I lost a little bit of weight. But then as I started to clean up my diet, started eliminating all the processed food, all the alcohol, all the excess sugar, and all that sort of thing, then I started to drop a lot more weight.
Right.
So about 2 months ago, though, after being vegan and having no animal products for about 5 years, I started to notice some changes in my body, and I felt that I needed to get more protein sources. So I decided to start implementing cottage cheese, eggs, and Greek yogurt. That's
It was
really
interesting that we went to Natural Grocers that day and you saw eggs were on sale for $1.99 a dozen.
and I bought
Bought
it.
it.
Yeah, and I've been hooked on eggs ever since. So I did it for my own personal reasons, but the reason I wanted to talk to you about this is because how people are identifying their diet with their identity and their selves. I mean, somebody asked me if I was no longer vegan because they saw some of the food that I was posting. And I said, well, no, I'm vegetarian. I threw a label on it, okay? And she said, well, why? And she asked me why, and I told her why. It was just, I told you I felt that I needed more protein sources, and I felt better. I mean, I feel better. Actually, I do. And there's recent studies and all kinds of studies that people that switch to a vegan diet, 70 to 80% go back. So, okay, I'm a statistic, I guess.
Yeah.
So after I told her why, she said, well, I have to admit I'm disappointed.
Right.
And I said, disappointed because I'm doing what I feel is best for my body. And
Is this a rant?
kind of a rant. So guess what happened after that? I got invited to the block party. So she blocked me because I'm no longer vegan. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
We all have to listen to our bodies. I mean, that's what I have preached since the beginning of time. Eat something and see how you feel.
Right.
You know, how your body reacts. You
Right.
know, there's a science to everybody is an individual.
Exactly.
And maybe if you eat an egg once in a while, you're not strict vegan, but it doesn't mean you don't care about animals anymore. It doesn't mean that you're not doing the best choice. Like if you pick a yogurt, you're picking the humane yogurt. Or if you pick an egg, you pick the humane farms that let the little chickens just wander and peck and, you know, do their thing.
Right.
I think that's, you know, maybe that's what she was thinking. Maybe she was just closed-minded. I don't know why specifically she blocked you for that. I mean, is all her Facebook friends vegan?
I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what. That's one thing that really turns people off is how judgy and preachy people are when they choose a certain diet.
Right.
And, you know, I learned...
And there's stereotypes. Like, a carnivore might say vegan people are skinny and weak.
Yeah.
That's not true.
No, that's not true.
You know, and maybe somebody else could say, oh, carnivores stink because all they eat is meat.
Right. Right. I mean, I don't know. I never judge people. I never was preachy about, even when I was plant-based, I just shared my experience. I never told people what to do. I just shared, you know, what I learned.
And then there's plant-based
Yeah,
versus
exactly.
vegan, you know? And you can't call yourself vegan unless you do it for the animals.
Right.
And plant-based is mostly eating plants.
Exactly. Well, I just know that I feel that I'm doing what's right for my body right now, and that's what you should do too. And I don't feel, there's no shame to my game, you know. I'm healthier than I've ever been in my life, and I feel great, actually. I feel like I'm getting stronger. So, you know, it is what it is, and I'm not going to make it something that it's not. I think it's just interesting how, like I said, cultish people get and identify with a diet.
Yeah. And then there's people that just eat fast food. Should they be shamed? No, not if that's their choice.
Yeah. What do you call somebody that just eats fast food and processed food? A junk fooditarian?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. Well, that's day 19. And, you know, you don't have to identify with what you eat, even though they say you are what you eat. And whatever you eat in private shows up in public, right? So regardless of what you're eating or not eating, it's pretty obvious, you know, what your health looks like at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And you have to feel good in your own skin. You have to be okay with the skin that you're in, regardless of what other people say. And if you feel great, don't even worry about what other people are saying. But if you're not feeling good and you feel like there's something missing, or you could be doing better, it's progress, not perfection. And we're always in search of getting better every single day. At least I am. And it's a process. It is totally a process.
I am too.
And I'm still learning every day, because if you're not learning, you're dying. If you're not growing, you're dying. Okay.
Be better than I was yesterday.
That's right. We'll see you tomorrow on day 20.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.